Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Lens of Truth, with me, Ivan Florentino. And for today's video, we're talking about the Pikmin series and what I want to see in Pikmin 5. Hopefully for the Switch too. But before we get started, consider hitting that like button, ringing the bell, and leaving a comment. So, let's get to it. For all us Pikmin fans, before we get into what we want to see in the next installment, we haven't heard anything officially from Nintendo. All we have right now is that Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all available on the Nintendo Switch. And with the huge success of Pikmin 4, I know we're definitely going to be getting another one, hopefully soon. But let's talk about Pikmin 4 real quick. Pikmin 4 was one of those games that I just had so much fun to the point where I actually completed it at 100%. There was so much post-game content. It was varied, and the fact that we waited almost 10 years since Pikmin 3 way back on the Wii U to get this sequel, this game delivered in a lot of ways. And to boot, this game looks amazing with its realistic graphical style and with the blend of some stylistic choices when it comes to the enemies, characters, and overall aesthetic. This is one of the best games for 2023 on the Nintendo Switch. I wanted to know and hear from you guys in the comment section below. Do you guys think we're going to get any type of a DLC for Pikmin 4? Will we get a brand new game? Will it be a spin-off? Do you think it's too early to have another sequel to Pikmin 4? And the reason I ask this is because a lot of you, or a lot of us hardcore Pikmin fans, waited way too long for a sequel because Miyamoto teased us with Pikmin 4 way back in the Wii U era in 2015, and we've been waiting that long for this sequel. Now, I do understand as a business move, Pikmin is a niche title. This is a niche genre because it is a strategy type of adventure game. However, with Pikmin 4 now being one of the highest selling Pikmin games in the franchise, there's a lot more eyes to it with a lot of newcomers, a lot of people playing this game. It has more exposure than ever before, and it's the most successful game. So, and I'm hoping for, there's going to be less time in between these sequels so that people have more of a chance to try these games out. And not only because they released Pikmin 1 and 2 and Pikmin 3 Deluxe, all 4 games are available on the Switch together. People have a chance to see what this series is about. I do feel confident that Nintendo now knows exactly how to push the series forward, especially with all of the improvements that came along with Pikmin 4. For example, all of the quality of life improvements with the controls, and just a lot more options for people to enjoy the game when they felt intimidated by it, maybe in the past. But hopefully they do extend this game with some DLC. That would be really fun, especially the Dandori battles. But in my personal opinion, one of the things that I would love to see in the next Pikmin installment would be some kind of post-game challenges, like a harder difficulty, and adding a lot more enemies that respawn in all of the areas that you completed. That was probably the only negative that I had about this game, was that once you killed all the enemies in an area, they never respawned, which is very odd. But I felt like once you collected the purple Pikmin and all of the varieties that you had, there could have been a randomized type of enemy and bosses in all of the areas as an optional type of thing to complete. That would have been really fun. As for the next installment, let's just call it Pikmin 5 for now. I do want to see Nintendo tackle something a little bit differently, at least when it comes to the story. I feel like they've always used that same opening where your captains are in a spaceship and they crash land on there. I would like to have something a little bit differently where they want to and intend to go to a new planet to see what they can discover. They're probably looking for some new treasure and see if they can reunite with Pikmin. And I feel like that would be a bit more intentional in them having more of a drive and see what they can discover. And it would be kind of cool to already have the first three Pikmin on hand and then slowly discover some more colored and varied Pikmin this time around. And as for the gimmicks, I feel like they can play around with a lot of brand new ideas with new Pikmin abilities from the red, yellow, and blue Pikmin, the original ones. And they can even incorporate the pink ones, the ice ones, and rock Pikmin as well and give them new abilities. And maybe one or two brand new Pikmin and even expand upon the green glow Pikmin from Pikmin 4 as well. And hopefully introduce some kind of an online element as well and bring in some ideas from all of the games together from Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and even the Pikmin game on the Nintendo 3DS. And I feel like Nintendo already has nailed down the aesthetic and visuals because Pikmin 4 looked gorgeous with its realistic textures and combination of beautiful art style that kind of combines that look very well. Same thing with the music, they have that nailed down. And I'm just excited to see what Nintendo will do this time around when it comes to the enemies and bosses, because all of the games have always had very interesting play on the insects and variety of enemies that you encounter. And with the addition of Ochi in Pikmin 4, which was very unexpected, let's see what they're going to do if Ochi will return this time as well. And I'm just hoping that we don't get many years in between the next installment, because that 10-year wait between Pikmin 3 and 4 was way too long.
You okay? Almond?
Now comment down below if any of you guys in the chat are new to the Pikmin series. Have you guys ever even tried them out? These are adventure games with real-time strategy elements in the game when it comes to item management, team management, and it's a hybrid of an RTS game and an adventure game. And I feel like Nintendo has nailed down the gameplay, and they always add different wrinkles and gimmicks every single time. And you guys can try out the demo on the Switch and the Switch 2 as well on the eShop. If you haven't already done so, I have a review for Pikmin 4 if you want to check that out in my review section of my channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.